This video is part of a series meant for beginning homeschool parents who are looking for guidance. Every video focuses on one aspect of homeschooling, and it will give you information and actionable steps. This is video number 1 of 7. By the end of each video, you will know how to tackle the day with confidence, because I will give you a quick win in the form of a morning task, then an afternoon implementation, and then an evening reflection or time for planning for the next day. I will also provide you with an action item checklist for every day, a list of several resource links, several quick tips to help you thrive and squash the overwhelm, so to speak, and any kind of templates or ideas where to get templates for yourself. Look, I have been a homeschool mom for 12 years now, more if you count the preschool years. And I know you. I know me and I know you. We are a very intense bunch. We know what we want. We know how we want it. But at the same time, if you're just beginning, you maybe have a fuzzy idea of what you want to do, and you need a little bit of guidance. So this is what this video is going to do for you. We're going to go through things that I have done, right? I have done things and now I can talk about them. And I can tell you what has brought us success, because we are very proud of our homeschool. My children are finishing high school in a year and the other one in about 2 years or 3. And so we're almost there at the finish line. We've done it all, and I can share from experience what we've done and what has worked for us. So without further ado, I want to tell you, you don't need months to get organized. 7 days will be enough. Each day of the 7 will have 3 power sessions of about 30 minutes each. So take 30 minutes for the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon, 30 minutes in the evening. You know your schedule, you know your appointments during the day. Choose the times that work for you. Let's start with the fundamentals. Day 1 is all about the legal foundation and goals. I know, we got to look at the law. You got to look at your goals. So legal foundations and goals. In the morning, you need to look at your checklist of legal requirements. Well, how do you do that? Go to hslda.org, Homeschool Legal Defense Association.org, hslda.org. Look up your state. I'm talking to people who are in the United States, but HSLDA also has countries. So if you live in whatever country you live in, look up on HSLDA on their website and check out your compliance list. Just write it down, copy it on a piece of paper in your notebook. There will be required days and hours. For instance, I live in Tennessee. We are required to homeschool for 4 hours a day, 180 days in a school year. Subject requirements. Do they want you to teach certain subjects? Some states want you to do that, others don't care. How about testing and evaluation? In Tennessee, if you are under the umbrella of a private school, they have certain requirements. And the public school system, if you go under their umbrella with the superintendent of schools in your district, they will ask you to test in 5th, 7th, and 9th grade, for instance. Every state is different, so look it up. Notice of intent deadline. So there will be a deadline by which this entity, this legal entity that you will go under, will require you to fill out a form that says, I intend to homeschool my children for this academic year. So check out that deadline, put it in your calendar. And then any other required documentation. Some will want you to have shots and records from the doctor and who knows what else. So, a quick win for you this morning, this first morning, would be to fill out and file a notice of intent as needed, right? So, 30 minutes, look everything up on HSLDA, download the form, fill it out, put it on your calendar, and send it in. Now, in the afternoon, you will have a goal setting session. Write down your family why statement. You know what a why statement is? Like, why are we homeschooling? And I'll have to make a video of reasons why we homeschool, of reasons why we don't homeschool. Um, and there's no should or should not, right? Every family is different. So you know your reasons for homeschooling, but it's nice to have them in writing. Okay? It's nice to have them in writing because to remind even yourself, to remind your family, friends, anybody else, to remind you later on when you get confused, when you get discouraged, because everybody wants to quit in October and in February. I hate to disappoint you, but everybody, every homeschooler wants to quit in October and February. That's a topic for another time. So the why statement, and then the three major goals per child: academic, character, and life skills, right? So, however you want to keep these records, some people love their notebooks, other people love to type things on a computer. I know that every homeschooler has her preference. And so I will leave that up to you. That's why I'm not providing you with templates of my own, because everybody's different and you might not like the templates that I like. So academic, character, life skills. Academic, character, life skills. And this is where you look at their grade level. Is my child in K through 3? Then I need to focus on strong phonics and reading comprehension. Lay out a foundation in math. How about 4 through 6th, right? Vocabulary building, math. How about 7 and 8, pre-algebra, writing skills. Every stage requires certain preparation and certain skills, and you might already have feelings of your own. You may have already read books. You may have already gathered up a little library of handbook, nonfiction books for mama, right? For a homeschooling mom that wants to do this right. So follow whatever your desired goals are. So come up with the goals for academic, character, and life skills, and then your family why statement. Very important. And here's your quick win for the afternoon session. Post these goals where you'll see them daily. Don't be like me. In the beginning, I would come up with these glorious goals, put them in a binder, and never look at them again until January when the second semester started. Don't do that. Okay? Weekly. Review these goals weekly. Because even if these are monthly goals or yearly goals or semester goals, you will want to be reminded of, oh, yeah, that's right. That's why we're doing gardening, because at the end of the semester, we plan to do this, right? So whatever it is that you're looking for to develop later on in a child, it needs to happen day by day, week by week, and you need to be reminded of those goals. Now, word of caution, 97% of people do not even write their goals down. So for you to take the time and write down your goals and not fly by the seat of your pants, we'll just buy some curriculum and work our way through, we'll see what happens. If you choose to be in the top 3% of people who write down their goals and put them in a visible spot, you will have all kinds of wins in your homeschool. However, they say we do not rise to the amazing level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. So you know what I'm going to say next. You need a system in place so that you can achieve those goals. And that's your secret sauce. Systems. And that's what you're going to set up in the evening. In the evening, you will set up a record-keeping setup. You will set up something that will keep records, is my point. Uh, Digital, analog, I don't care. This is your kitchen. This is your homeschool. You do you, okay? But you need to have a digital, like Google Drive, Trello, Notion, Slack, whatever you do, or a physical location, binders, a file box. I had a tote, just a big, big old tote. And it was like a filing cabinet. I still have it 12 years later. It's still there. It contains the things that I know I go through on a regular basis. And then the cumulative file and attendance sheets and other records go in a folder, and I know exactly where to be. Now, when I started in 2013 officially, rumor had it that now and then the officials would come knocking on our door and asking to see, are you registered with somebody? Because there are still a lot of homeschoolers who do not register officially with anybody. They refuse. They use some kind of Bible verse to claim that they don't need to register. I don't agree with that. I believe in being truant, and truant means you abide by the law of the land. And if they say you need to file a letter of intent by a certain date, then I make sure I do that. Now, that's just me, and I think that's a good idea to just stay ready. If you do get a knock on the door, that you have your file and you can go and get it and say, this is it. I'm registered with this umbrella in this town, in this state, in this country, and here's their phone number. You know, you need to be able to retrieve those documents even if there's no knock on the door, right? If your mother-in-law comes and says, what are you doing to my grandchildren? You know, you can just put the little folder in her hands and, you know, that's all you can do. So create folders inside your folders for attendance, curriculum plans, work samples, activities and field trips, assessments. Now, a word about assessments, we did not test a whole lot at home. I know what my kids know. The reason why teachers in a school system will test the kids a lot is because they need to provide the school system with a grade, right? It's accountability. Every 9 weeks or whenever there's a grading period, I know what my kids know because I'm teaching them. And I know when they forget a thing because they forgot it or because they actually did not get that skill the first time around, because I saw they were kind of wobbly. We were rushing to finish some things to get lunch done or whatever. And I knew, I don't think she got this, but we're going to go ahead and put it away. And then next thing you know, 2 weeks later, she has to do something again, especially if you're using in math a spiral approach where old skills are being tested. Then, you know, you find out very quickly my child forgot that skill. So I don't really need to test them. However, every year, my husband and I purposed, and we did it, we implemented this system of testing them with outside the home. Actually, our umbrella, it was a requirement that we go there to their brick and mortar school, because they had an umbrella for homeschoolers and a brick and mortar school for Christians, that families that put their kids in there. And so they would say, these 2 days you're coming in, you're going to be tested. So it was a nationally standardized test. We are not just testing them against the kids in Tennessee, like the TCAP, if you know about TCAPs. We used something called Terra Nova. Well, they did, and it was a nationally standardized test. So when they got the 92nd percentile, the 96th percentile, that was against all the kids in the United States of their age. So I knew it was not just against the kids in Tennessee. I just wanted to make sure that my kids are on track, okay? So not a whole lot of testing at home, but I did do the annual standardized test. And of course, I would give them little assessments before just to make sure that, okay, I'm not sending them out there, you know, completely blindsided. Now, if you want to test them more, there are plenty of materials out there. That's a subject for another video. Now, the quick win for you for the evening is that you will set up this attendance tracking. Maybe your umbrella school has a form, a physical form, or a software. Okay. And in that software, you have to kind of get familiar with it, walk around. If you don't understand something, ask them. These people are helpful. They're only a phone call away, they're only an email away. My umbrella school was always like 24 hours, they would get me an answer. So I hope you have that kind of relationship with your people. And maybe they just want you to make up your own, and that's fine too. So I just gave you the quick wins, the morning, afternoon, and evening, the 30-minute action plan. The resources, the links would be hslda.org, and then whatever umbrella school you choose, go for that. As far as templates, again, find something that works for you. I would send you to Canva. They have everything under the sun. There are many other calendars out there. Google.com is great. If you go to Google.com, Google Drive, if you can save different documents and then organize your Google Drive in such a way where this is my folder for attendance, this is my folder for goals, and then you can click around, and anywhere you are with a phone, with a connection to the internet through your laptop or tablet, then you're there. You got everything at your fingertips. I cannot emphasize this enough. Get this organized now and look at it weekly, and then you can be very used to it, very professional. Professional is the word, right? You want to be a professional homeschool mom. And this is it for today. I will see you in the next video. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir.